अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा, महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी, कंचन भरण विराज सुवेश, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केश, हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे, शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन, विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिवे को आतुर, प्रभु चरित्र सुमिरे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया, सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज संवारे, लाय संजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए, रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई, सहस वदन तुम्हरो जस गावे, हस कहीं श्रीपति कंठ लगावे, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीश, नारद शारद सहित ईश, यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा, तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, युग सहस्र योजन पद भानु, लील्यो त्याहि मधुर पर जानु, प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचल जनाहि, दुर्गम काज जगत कृत्य
सम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते,
राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे, सब सुख रही तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना, आपन तेज सम्हारो आपै, तीनों लोक हांकते कांपै, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासै रोग हरे सब पीड़ा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾ
yeah, ಸಾಕು ಬಿಡು.
Okay.
So beautiful, Sneha.
Thank
Lovely,
you,
lovely,
Purnam.
lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So, so we will pick up from where we left off, which is Durgama kaaja jagatke jete. Let's do that today. Let me. Okay. We have done all this. Yuga Sahasra Yojana Parabhanu, Lilottahi, Madhura Palajanu, Prabhu Muddrika Meli Mukhamahi, Jalati Landhi Gai, Acharajanahi. So all these are flying across the ocean for yojanas and carrying Rama's mudrika in his mouth. All that for it's difficult. I mean, they are impossible tasks for a ordinary person. But our Hanuman is not ordinary. He is superhuman. He's Superman, our own indigenous first Superman. And then for him, all that he's doing, is it karma or karma yoga? He's doing it with the spirit of karma yoga. It's not even that he is nishkama karmi, naishkarmya. Do we know the difference between all these terms? Karma, karma yoga, nishkama karma, naishkarmya. Yes. Who can explain that? Attempt. Because we have been.
I could just try.
Yeah.
So karma is just the action, Karma yoga is to do it with surrender bhava.
Correct.
And nishkama karma is performing an action without the expectation of result.
Correct.
And the last one that you said was?
Naishkarmya.
I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure of that.
Okay. Very correct. So karma is just karma, what we do automatically in everyday life. What does thoughtless karma lead to? Andre, without having the bigger picture in the mind, we just go on doing stuff. What does it lead to in life?
Self-realization.
No, just that only karma. When I'm just a karmi, 99% of us are just karmis. So, what does that lead to?
Cycle of birth and death. We keep going back and forth.
Correct, correct. We are perpetuating the cycle of birth and death as a karmi. Yeah. Karma yogi. As a karma yogi. Heli. Yes. Whoever.
One who performs karma yogi with the expectation, or is that what your question was, Purnimaji?
Yeah. What is the difference between all these different terms associated with karma? So, karma is happening, lot of karma. So, karma yoga andre enappa anu? What happens?
Focuses on the actions when, as a means, we keep doing our actions. But the
become yoga.
Yoga, when we do without any expectation and when we don't have any outcome.
That is a little different. See, a very subtle differences. Karma yoga. What is yoga? When there's a union, is called yoga, alva. Union
Yes.
what and what? Jiva and Jivatma and Parama.
Right.
So karma yoga is when we do it
liberation,
with spirit of surrender.
Self-realization. Surrender. Oh, yeah.
Relation of both dur ki baat hai. Now it is just surrender.
Okay. So yeah.
When I do something and I say Krishna Arpanamastu, then that is karma yoga. At least I'm
for Loka Kalyana. Doing it for Loka Kalyana, this is service to God, surrendering to God.
Correct. Anything which we do with the spirit of surrendering to God will become yoga. Whether it is Loka Kalyana or even cooking food for your family, both with a spirit of surrenderance to God, saying Om Tat Sat, I am not the doer and all that. That at least that attitude, if we have, that is karma yoga. And then we spoke about nishkama karma. In karma yoga, still there might be result. Please God, I'm cooking this dish. It is straight out of the YouTube recipe. I hope it comes out well. That is karma yoga. Okay, no problem. And then nishkama karma is
no expectations.
No expectation. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadacha. That is nishkama karma, not for me, not for the world, nothing. Just work. Goal is in mind, laksha is there. But you just do it and leave it. That is nishkama karma. And then naishkarmya. That is which is we need to understand here, which is what Hanuman is doing. Anyone naishkarmya? Naishkarmya, what is naishkarmya? Okay.
Without attachment, ma. Doing the karma without attachment.
Correct. To flesh it out a little more, Naish karma is there is no doer at all. It is just a spontaneous happening. What Krishna does or all the avatars do in their avatara lifetime. Yeah. Yeah, it is Naish karma. That is, there is no doer as such. Who did this? If Hanuman is asked, did you cross the ocean? He will say, who? Me. I don't know. That kind of thing. It is so spontaneous. Like the river is flowing. The river never claims I am flowing. Or the mountain is just standing there. He never claims anything. The tree, it's natural. It's nature. Spontaneous. That is Naishkarmya. There is no doer at all. Everything is just happening spontaneously as per Ishvara's will. So that is what? That is why Hanuman is able to do all this. So that is the goal for us. Naishkarmya. There is just spontaneous action as with complete supreme universal intelligence is operating through me. That's all. That's why all these things will become possible. All these wonderful, fantastic things become possible. Okay. So we are now looking at Durgama kaaja jagata jete, Sugama anugraha tumhare tete. What does it mean? Durgama kaaja. That is very, very hard, impossible tasks. Jagat ke, you are doing all that. You are the one who is doing all the Durgama kajas in this world. And when we try to do something, Sugama anugraha, you bless us. Easily you bless us, even when we try to do something, whatever we try in our life, writing the biggest exam in my life, or whatever it is, my goal is, if I surrender to you, you are giving me Sugama anugraha. Sugama, Durgama will become Sugama. When I surrender. Simple, isn't it? So, anybody wants to pitch in with anything with this? It will be nice. Sugama anugraha. Okay, here it is. Okay, what is this? Just to understand these things a little better, there is this organization called the Border Roads Organization. Where do they operate? At the borders. How is the terrain in the borders, especially in the northeast and northwest borders? Very, very, very hard, very tough. Northeast. Himalayas, impossible mountain peaks. And what do? They make roads. And they have a motto. Here is one. God made Ladakh and we connect it to the rest of the world. Durgama kaaja it is. But their life mission, they have signed up for it. And they're trained in it. And they do it. So this is not God who is saying this. It is just humans. As ordinary humans, we are saying this. This is when we are completely invested in what we are doing. And we want to make it happen. And this Border Roads organization, they have a motto. It says, difficult tasks will take some time. Impossible will be done. Difficult tasks we do immediately. Impossible will take some time. That is their motto, Border Roads organization. So that is how all these karma yogis and these people operate. They just, for them, there nothing is Durgama. Everything is Sugama. So, but then there's an invisible hand which is operating there. Because it's such an important task, which is so important for the rest of us, the whole of the country, it is so important. So, anugraha is there behind it, whether they understand it or not. See how, just to give an idea of how landslides are being cleared for them. For us, once in a way, we go somewhere to Yamunotri, Gangotri, Badrinath, Kedarnath, and we get stuck in a landslide. And whoa, what will be my attitude when I get stuck, my bus or my car gets stuck in a landslide? I'm going to talk about it for the rest of my life. I once went to Kedarnath and you know what happened? So that will be my story, go-to story in a gathering. But here, people like you and me who are working in the Border Road organization, for them it's an everyday affair. They just deal with it. Okay, just another day in their life. How wonderful if we can take the landslides of life with such a spirit. And look at this lady. She just left home for 8 days. and came back 300 days later. Durgama kaaja. But I was just going through her, I'm sure most of us have, because it is such a extraordinary, wonderful story, journey of hers. And she has said, space is my home. It's in a space is my happy place. So what seems Durgama to us, for her it was Sugama. At least that's the way she has expressed it. And we have seen pictures of her having a Ganesha and all that. So all these that's how Hanuman, what we are getting here is, how does Durgama become Sugama? And what under what circumstances? Yes, that's what we want to discuss here. How are difficult tasks? How do we get the blessing of the Lord? Anugraha. When do we get anugraha? Anugraha has got two words there. Anu and graha. Graha is to hold. Anu is when it comes. So something which descends when we do something, that is anugraha. Krupa also. Kru and pa. Kru is you do something. Pa is when you return, when you receive. Krupa just doesn't come for a fellow just sitting under a tree. Anugraha doesn't come for someone who is just loitering about doing nothing. Everything needs effort, willingness, effort. When all these things are there, and if it's for the higher good, anugraha and krupa will descend, isn't it? So that is what we need to learn from Hanuman. Complete surrender to Rama, 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 Rama. Rama kaaja karibeko atura. So there's a very cute little story about a bird. This bird, these other beings, other sentient beings, birds, animal, fish, whatever, they don't have these higher faculties like a human being. But that anugraha is there for them. So spontaneously, things will go on unfolding in their life. But here is a story on which, all the things have been imposed on a partridge. Do we know what a partridge is? This is a little bird. It lives near the seashore. There's a beautiful story about it in the Bhagavatam. I think it is called a Tittiba bird. So I had occasion to tell this story in one of the other classes. If you have heard it before, please bear with me. So this Tittiba bird, very small bird. So the mother bird is laying eggs on the seashore. Okay. And she tells the father, you please take care of the eggs. I have some work. I will go and come. Father says, fine. So on the seashore, what happens? There are always tides. Waves come, they wash the things on the shore and they go away. So this poor partridge Titiba's eggs are also washed away in one such tide. They get washed away. The father is washing, but the eggs are going away, and the mother comes and she's furious. She says, what are you doing? I told you to take care of the eggs. Why did you allow the ocean to take away our eggs? The father said, oh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't help it. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. What can a little bird, how on heaven, how in heaven's name can the little bird get the eggs back? But the father goes, he said, I'm going to empty the ocean. That's what I'm going to do. Just wait. I'm going to retrieve the eggs. And so he goes and he dips himself in the water, comes back and shakes his wings. And, he's trying to empty the ocean in this manner. Carry a little water, empty it on the sand. Then the mother said, what do you mean? This is an impossible task. Father says, don't talk. Just join me if you wish. So the mother also goes. So two little birds dipping themselves, coming back, shaking the water. And then all the relative partridges, they all come, titibas come. What are you all doing? We are trying to dry the ocean. What? It's an impossible thing. Don't talk. If you want, come join us. Okay? Our children are there drowning in the ocean. We need to help. All of them pitching in with this. All of them little partridges going into the ocean, taking a dip, coming back and shaking themselves on the sand. So who sees this beautiful sight? Our Naradji, Trilok Sanchari. He comes and sees this wonderful scene. He said, what are you all doing? And then he comes to know, oh, they're trying to dry the ocean. And so he's so touched. So he tells this Varuna, Arey, why don't you give the eggs back? Varuna says, are you mad? How can I? This is nature. I don't know where in my huge body of water, I don't know where the eggs are. I can't do such thing. I mean, they are, fanciful. They are trying to do something. I got nothing to do with it. So this Naradji is a little, he says, no, these guys are doing so much work to retrieve their little eggs. So I have to do something. So he goes to Narayana, and tells this story about this partridge, titiba birds. Narayana smiles and he tells Garuda, go take care of it. Garuda comes, and you know what? When Garuda flies out of Vaikunta, Pralaya Kala winds begin to blow. When he flaps his wings, the whole. In fact, there's a story of this Garuda, this how anugraha. Wait, okay, we'll come back to that later. So he comes and he flaps his wings. And what happens? Tsunami like waves start coming up in the ocean. Just one flap and a huge tsunami. And in the tsunami, what happens? Whatever is on the shore goes inside, whatever inside comes outside. And so that's how the eggs come out on the eggs are retrieved by the titiba bird. So this is how did this happen? Why did this miracle happen? Yes, now people have to pitch in. How did this happen? Why did the Lord say, okay, tathastu, may you get your eggs back?
Determination, belief.
Yeah, their determination, Durgama. I mean, would I even think of doing such a thing, Suma, you and me? But this Titiba bird didn't think it was an impossible. Maybe it was foolish, but the determination was such that God will say yes when I make up my mind to do something. This is, of course, a very personal agenda that the Titiba bird had. But when we want to do Loka Seva, Loka Kalyana, what it might look impossible. It might look like a crazy. All visionaries were thought to be crazy in the beginning, isn't it? So when such a thing, when for Loka Kalyana, when the Sankalpa is done, God will say, Tathastu. So Durgama kaaja jagata tete Sugama anugraha. Easily you will bless me. Anugraha. And there is anugraha flowing in our lives, even when we are not aware of it, isn't it? So again, I wanted to tell about this Garuda. Once this mount, it is believed that Mount Meru is being held up by Garuda. Metaphorically, Mount Meru is being held up by Mount Meru itself is a metaphorical mountain. It said that's creation, and then this Garuda is holding him up. So Mount Meru once tells Garuda, "Why are you taking so much trouble? I can do it by myself. Please don't waste your energy holding me up." Garuda says, "Oh ho!" And so for a fraction of a second, Garuda lowers his wings. What happens to Mount Meru? He splits. It is said that the Govardhana mountain split into two, the Govardhana mountain and the Chitrakuta mountain. And so, what is the significance of these two mountains? The avatars. Krishna Avatara and Rama Avatara are played, are unfolded in these two mountains. So, like that, how many anugrahas you want to count in our lives? Everyday basis. Everything that is happening around us is anugraha only. The sun rising, the water flowing, whatever you want to think of, all the activities, all the involuntary activities in my own body. Without anugraha, nothing is going to happen. It's all a blessing of the Lord. And we are not even doing anything about it. It's just given, isn't it? So imagine if God is so kind as to allow us to breathe His air, we need to do something. We need to give back. How? Jagat Kalyana, what Hanuman is doing, he is doing Rama kaaja. So that's what we also need to do. Bhagavan's anugraha makes it look so easy. Durgama becomes Sugama when I surrender to the Lord. When I don't, why does all the sankatas come into my life? Because I forget and I have expectations. That is the biggest thing, biggest headache we have. Missed chances or perceived missed chances, and then too much expectation or even little expectation. That is this is all or nothing. You don't have expectation, then I will do the things that you want me to do. That is God's promise. The moment I have expectations, my vasanas are coming in the way. They are like roadblocks. And they all look like big durgamas. Sankatas will come our way. Okay. So you yourself, Durgama kaaja jete, you have done so many things for Rama. You have done all these wonderful, impossible things, carrying the Sanjeevani, all that you have done, leapt across the ocean. So for me, little task, Sugama anugraha. When I surrender to you, my Lord Hanuman, you will make my little things also will become Sugama. That is why Hanuman is a very favorite god for most people. So, and they chant Hanuman's name when they are in difficulty or even otherwise. Yes. Okay. Next Choupai is also on the same line. Hey, who had to talk about that? One of us, no? Durgama kaaja jagat ke tete. Okay.
Me only. So
But
it's okay.
hey, it is not okay. You should volunteer immediately. Tell more. Add to
No,
it.
I think this is very straightforward. So many times we have seen it, so difficult things with Hanuman's grace, things become very, very easier. And that is why another reason people also say ki Hanuman's mandir are more number of temples than the Ram mandir anta. I don't know this how far it is true, but then there are so many Hanuman bhakts because that is another way to reach Ram. But Hanuman's people have got that bhakti.
Correct.
So the Durgam Kaj Jagat ke jete, whatever is impossible for the world becomes easier for people who have this belief and Hanuman Bhakti.
Yes.
Yeah. Some 30 years back, I had slip disc and I was out for about an year and odd. And then somebody told me, Sundarakanda odo, Hanumanalli ninu nambike idu, avun kai hidko. So whenever I used to get up from the bed, I used to think it is Hanuman who's catching me, Hanuman who's making me walk. Wow. It was a tough time for me. And they had given me a shloka to recite, which was very simple in nature. ಆ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ ಸಾಧಕಂ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನ್ ಅಸಾಧ್ಯಂ ತವ ಕಿಂ ವದ ರಾಮದೂತ ಕೃಪಾ ಸಿಂಧೋ ಮತ್ಕಾರ್ಯಂ ಸಾಧೆಯ ಪ್ರಭೋ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬೆಡ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಸೇ ಹನುಮಂತ ಬಾ ಕೈ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಡ್ಸು ನನ್ನ. ಸೊ with his grace I could cross that difficult period and be alive and walking now. Thank you.
Hey, wait, not so fast. So repeat the shloka again. Asadhya.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಚಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
ಹೇಳೋಣ.
ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ
ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ
ಸಾಧಕಂ
ಸಾಧಕಂ
ಸ್ವಾಮಿನ್
ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ ಸಾಧಕಂ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನ್.
ಅಸಾಧ್ಯಂ ತವ ಕಿಂ ವದ.
ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ ತವ ಕಿಂ ವದ.
ರಾಮದೂತ ಕೃಪಾ ಸಿಂಧೋ
ಕೃಪಾ ಸಿಂಧೋ
ಮತ್ಕಾರ್ಯಂ ಸಾಧಯೇ ಪ್ರಭೋ.
ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. See, this is exactly what we were talking.
ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ಜರುಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ.
ಇದನ್ನು ಬರೆದು ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡಿಪ್ಪ ನೀವು. ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ. ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್.
ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್
ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು
ಮತ್ಕಾರ್ಯಂ
ಸಾಧಯೇ ಪ್ರಭು. ಸಾಧಯೇ ಪ್ರಭು.
ಹೇಳಿ ರಮಾಮಣಿಜಿ.
ಇದು ಹನುಮಾನ್ದು ಪವರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಶನಿಕಾಟ ಇರೋವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಓವರ್ ಪವರ್ ಟು ಶನಿ ಅಂತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಂಜನೇಯ more powerful to Shani, and he stops this ill feelings and so many bad things happening to a person who is under the Shanikata.
Correct.
ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. 48 days ಆಂಜನೇಯಂದ ಪ್ರದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಶನಿಕಾಟದಿಂದ ಬರೋ ನೋವುಗಳು, ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ವಾಸಿಯಾಗುತ್ತಂತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಶನಿಕಾಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲ್ಸದಿಂದ ಇದಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾಪ ಫೈರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ. ಅಂತವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗಿದೆ ಇದು 48 days ಇದು ಮಾಡೋರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಮ್ಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಕುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅನದರ್ ಜಾಬ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಇದು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಶನಿ ಇದಿರೋರು ಖಂಡಿತ ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಕತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಈ ಶನಿ ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ವೈ ಶನಿ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೇಳಿ ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾ.
ಯಾರಿಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತು? ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೀಡ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೂರ್ ಕಮಲಾ, ಅನುಪಮಾ, ಎವ್ರಿವನ್ knows that. Anyone wants to recall the story of why Shani and not just Shani, all the grahas, they are all under his control. Okay. So, very cute story. Of course, Ravana has, we know Ravana, he is controlling everyone, all the devatas, Indra, Chandra, Devendra, everyone he is controlling. And when Indrajit is born, he wants the best possible alignment of the planets for his son. Alva? So what he does, he just goes and arrests, he just captures all the Navagrahas and brings them to the palace. And it is said, each graha he uses as a step for his throne. They are all lying there on the steps. And he steps upon them and goes and sits on his throne. So they are completely subjugated to him. But Shani refuses to be his slave. And so Shani is imprisoned. Jailal hakbittare Shanina, Ravana. And so when Hanuman has this chance to go to Lanka, and he accomplishes so many tasks. When he Jaladhi Langi Gaye, Acharajanahi, he goes across to Lanka. He doesn't do just Rama's specific kaaja of spotting Sita Mata. He kills so many asuras already. He has finished half of Ravana's army over there. And then in the meanwhile, he becomes friends with Vibhishana. He convinces Vibhishana to come back. And then he burns Lanka. And then he releases these planets also. And so all these planets, when Lanka is being burned, they all escape and run away. But the Shani is imprisoned there. And so when he's going there, he sees that Shani is imprisoned and he releases Shani also. But then, very smart, Shani begs, release me also. I'm not sure. I wish Nirmala was here. She would have told the story in a proper order. So apparently he takes a promise from Shani. Whoever takes my name, you should not bother them henceforth. Only then I will release you. So that's the promise Shani has given Hanuman. I will not bother anyone who takes Hanuman's name. That is why Hanuman protects us from Shani Kata. Sade Sati, Shani Dasha, everything he protects. Yes. Yes, that is how people, that's why Hanuman is so popular with us. We are scared of Shani all the time. Which is very sad, but yes. And then राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा binu paisaare. Yes, who wants to talk about this? Ram ki vidwar mein, you are the guard, you are the security guard in for Rama's palace entrance. Without your permission, one cannot enter. Yeah. Anybody wants to talk about this, please? Huh? All right. Anything, it doesn't require any preparation also. Without Hanuman's permission, I cannot go into Rama's presence. What does it imply? Rama, he is the gatekeeper of Rama's palace. Binu paisaare, does it mean without bribing Hanuman, I cannot go inside or what? Paisaare means padasara. In Avadhi language, paisara means padasara. Wherever my foot falls, that is padasara. I extend my feet, that is padasara. So I cannot extend my feet into Rama's palace, Rama's heart, without the blessing of Hanuman. That means Hanuman facilitates going to God, going towards God. We have seen in the Ramayana itself how many occasions Hanuman has brought Rama to others. For example, who?
Vibhishana.
He brought Vibhishana to Rama.
Sugriva, of course, he brought Rama to Sugriva.
He brought Rama to Sugriva. Both ways. He doesn't wait for you to pine for the God. He will bring God himself to you. So like this, that's Hanuman's job. That is why he is called a Dharmavira. In the beginning, we saw he is a Mahabira. Why? He has got so many qualities. One of them is he is Dharmavira, always on the side of Dharma. And Dayavira, he is so compassionate. He will make us unite with the Lord. And this is the experience of Tulsidas himself, the author of this Hanuman Chalisa, Tulsidas ji. It is his own experience too. Without the Guru's grace, I cannot recognize the Lord. That is the truth. Have you heard of this doha from Kabir, Dohas Kabir? Guru Gobind do khade hue kahe lagu pai. I'm sorry, I'm not getting the right words again. Guru Gobind khade dono khade kisko
Yeah,
lagu.
that's correct only. Guru Gobind khade kahe lage pai.
Right?
After that, what is
it? Yes, who can complete this doha? It says, I will go and fall at the feet of the Guru first. If Govind is standing here, Guru is standing here, whose feet should I touch first? And so Kabir Das himself says, I will touch the feet of the Guru because
he is the source for the God. He will take me to the Lord.
No, that is correct. The thing is, I won't even recognize who is God if without the Guru's grace.
Correct.
The God can be standing in front of me, but I will not know it is God. So that is what it is. In Tulsidas' life, this is what happened. If people have forgotten it, I would love, I would like to recall that. So we know that, it was Tulsidas went, he surrendered to Lord Hanuman first. Tulsidas' main this thing was to find Rama, 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 because the wife had told him, If you had spent your half your energy in looking for Rama, you would have found him already. Instead of trying to find me, you should have found Rama. So that is what Tulsidas's life mission is converted. Now he says, I want to find Rama. So who helps him? It is Hanuman. Hanuman tells him in Chitrakuta, this fellow is sitting and wondering, where is Ram? Where is Ram? So Hanuman says, I will take you to Rama. Tulsidas is very happy. Then Hanuman tells him, look, tomorrow I want to have darshan of Rama. That is Tulsidas's request. I want to have darshan of Rama. So Hanuman says, okay, tomorrow 2 guys will come. Tulsidas, he is a Pandit, he's a priest, and he's sitting always on the banks of the Ganga, and he is chanting Rama's name, and whoever comes, he is putting tilak on them. Chandan he applies for them and he sends. Pandit ji, Maharaj, they'll say, come touch his feet, and they'll put tilak and they will go. So Hanuman says, tomorrow when you're applying tilak, people will come, you recognize Rama, Lakshmana will also come. And so the next day, Tulsidas is sitting there and he is applying tilak to people, and 2 people come. They are very, they come on horseback. They're looking very fine. They're in very beautiful clothes. They come. They're looking very young and resplendent people. Tulsidas is just applying tilak for everyone, but he is looking. Where is Rama? Where is Lakshmana? He doesn't recognize. They are right in front of him, but he does not recognize them. Okay. And then in the night, he calls Hanuman. Where? You said they will come. They never came. He said, what did you expect them to look like? Why? Rama, he should stand like this, with bow and arrow, like how we see in the picture. With Lakshman by his side and Sita Mata over there. That is how we should come. No, how will I recognize? That is not how God is going to appear in my life also, in your life also. I should be alert. God will come in all shapes, sizes, in any form, in unexpected places. God is going to appear. I need to recognize God. So Hanuman tells Tulsi, Arey, those 2 young boys you saw on horseback, they are the ones, Baba. Didn't you even put tilak on them? Arey. They are Rama and Lakshmana. Oh, Abhaga, I'm so, I'm so unfortunate one. I didn't recognize. Please, one more chance. Please get me darshan of Lord Rama and Lakshmana. And so the next day again, Hanuman says, okay, one more time. I've told you, you have to be alert. You have to recognize God. You have to do it. Tulsi says, okay. The next day, what does Tulsi expect? How should Lord come? On horseback. Today he came on horseback, no. Today also he should come on horseback. Is that how God operates? No. Today, the next day, 2 Vatus come. Small boys with choti. They are running around a bank and they come to this Mahatma, this Tulsidas, and says, Mahatma ji, Chandan lagao. All this is written in the Ramcharitamanas, apparently. And so, again, he puts Chandan, oh, cute little kids, and he puts Chandan. This Hanuman knows this Tulsidas again will fail to recognize Rama and Lakshmana. So, Hanuman is sitting in the form of a parrot. He is known as this is the form of Hanuman, Tota. So, he tells Hanuman, Arey, recognize them. There's a doha also in this. I don't know the lines again. I'm sorry. The doha says, Hanuman is as a Tota tells Tulsi, recognize these little children. They are Rama and Lakshmana. The ones to whom you are putting the chandan, they are Rama and Lakshmana. And that is how finally he falls at the feet of the little children and gets the darshan of Rama and Lakshmana. And then he composes the Ramacharita Manas. This is the story. But the main thing is, without the Guru's grace, Rama duaare, tuma rakhavaare. Here, Hanuman is the Guru. In this Choupai, Hanuman is the Guru. Without the grace of the Guru, hota aajnaa. No permission to enter the palace of God. Okay. This is a very...
Doha higideyamma idu. Doha. Guru Govind dau kade kaake lagu pai. Bilihari Guru aapki Govind diyo milai. If both Guru and God stand before me, to whom should I bow first? I bow to my Guru first because it was the Guru who showed me the path to God.
Yes. So in our own lives right now, our story is not as dramatic as Tulsidasa's story. Okay, I will sit in the banks, or I will sit, I'll make some, payasam and wait for the Lord to come and take it. It is not going to be so dramatic. In our daily life, what is our Guru telling us? Sri Prabhuji, what is he, how is he showing us God? What is he telling us? Nanu nanembudu nanalla. He's telling us. And what do all the Upanishads tell us? Tattvamasi, you are Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. In how many ways the Vedas, the Upanishads, when they say Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma, do we understand it? No. That is the gate to the Lord's heart, isn't it? That's the gate to immortality. Unless the Guru explains, how are you Tattvamasi? How am I Brahman? Unless Prabhuji has explained it to us so beautifully, I would never understand. That is how in everyday life for us in Kali Yuga, the Guru comes and he unravels the Upanishads, the Veda mantras, the highest teachings. That is what the Guru does for us, isn't it? That is how, the Rama's duaare is being opened for us. Yes or no? Isn't it beautiful? This every Choupai is opening beautiful doors for us, isn't it? That is how Guru takes us to see. This moksha dwara has got 4 gatekeepers ante. 4 gatekeepers. What are the qualifications to enter this moksha dwara? We know. We have been told by Adi Shankara. What are they? Shama, Dama, Titiksha, Uparati, Shraddha, Samadhana. All these things have to be there for Chitta Shuddhi. Shama, Dama. Shama is control of the senses. Dama is control of the mind. Uparati, to be in the presence of God, in the remembrance of God most of the times. Shama, Dama, Uparati. Titiksha, forbearance. Towards what? Towards all, towards life, towards everything that comes my way. Forbearance, patience. Shraddha. Shraddha is faith in the words of the Guru, the Aptavakya of the Vedas, Shraddha, and Samadhana. Samadhana means 2 things. In our everyday life, we use Samadhana as being calm. Here, Samadhana is also to be focused. Mumukshutva is also one of the things. So, all these 6 Shat Sampatis, and then Viveka has to be there. What is Viveka? Okay. Do I want the world or do I want God? That is what is called Shreyas versus Preyas. That Viveka has to be there. Viveka, Vairagya. Vairagya towards the Preyas. Viveka, Vairagya, Chamadamadi Shat Sampati. And the last is Mumukshutva. Keep the fire burning in the heart. So these are the qualifications to enter into Rama's world. And then again, there are 4 gatekeepers, it is said, for the moksha dwara. So you should have all this. Plus, you have this. So Shama is, of course, there. Number 1 is Shama. Quieten the mind. I should be in control of the mind and not vice versa. The mind should be my servant and I should not be its slave. So whenever I want, I should be able to shut off the world and get into the world of God. Number 1, Shama. Number 2 is Vichara. Vichara is what we are doing right now. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Meaning we are thinking about all this now. We are chewing the cud. We listen to the words of the Guru and the scriptures and we chew the cud. Through the day, we keep on contemplating upon these truths. So today, for example, we have heard how Tulsidas missed, receiving God, recognizing God. So today we can we can chew the cud about this. Oh, today I'm going to meet a lot of people. I am going to face a lot of situations. I have to look for God there. That is vichara. Okay. We have to think about a topic without getting lost. That is vichara. Third is santosha. See, this discontent is the one which disturbs the mind a lot. I might say 100 things, but the moment I confront the world, the mind throws up a lot of garbage. Discontent. Array, this should have been like that. That should have been like this. If only. But all these ifs and buts will ruin my the mental peace that I have. So santosha is one of the, again, moksha dvara. One of the four gatekeepers. One is shama, vichara, santosha. The fourth is sadhu sangama, which is satsanga, what we are doing. So if we take care of these four, in whatever little measure, one more padasara is happening towards Ramadvara, grace of Hanuman. With the grace of Hanuman, all these four will come. All I have to do, not cultivate all this. It will come naturally when I surrender to Hanuman. It is what being said in this Choupai. Good. Nice, no? I think it's 7:55. We are good. Please share your thoughts. We can end today with this.
Yeah, I think very good. Thank you, Purna.
Somebody has put a comment here. Okay. Right. Anything else? Very good, Sari. Okay. Then if nobody has anything more to add.
No, I think what is more important is whatever we are learning here, whatever we are listening, once we go out of this class, adu yavaglu, it has to be there, So I think then
Vichara has to be there. Vichara. Nirmala is here. Nirmala, share the story of how Ravana subdued all the planets. Yeah, that will be great. Nirmala, unmute.
I didn't see her today.
There, she is either seen nor heard. Unsung hero. Shaila, you want to share something? Nirmala, are you going to unmute or no?
All the navagrahas were in the steps of Ravana.
Yeah.
Including the Shani Bhagwan. Including the Shani Bhagwan.
Right.
And, the thing is, Shani has the, if Shani's eyes fall on somebody, he is done for good. So everybody was eagerly waiting for the time. Ravana had put them ulta as steps.
Wow.
But the devatas were praying that Shani should just turn and look at Ravana. And he turned his head and looked at Ravana. That is the end of him.
Okay.
So that's how it is. Another thing which I wanted to tell you is Guru Govind, both of them are standing. Why would I choose this thing? So the thing is like a mother and a father. You go directly and ask father, please, daddy, I want a cycle. You're sure to be refused. You go to your mother and say, mother, please ask daddy, no, I want a cycle.
Right.
She'll go, ayo, the child is walking to school. She needs the cycle. How long can she walk? She gets tired. Please get her a bike. Like that, she will plead for the person. And you get it easily.
Right.
So, like that, the guru is a person who will ask for it on your behalf. What happens is, when you go to the God straight, when you go to God straight, what happens? The God will expect absolute perfection in you.
Right.
Whereas you are full of defects. So when you go to Guru is like your mother. He'll nicely clean you up from your defects and present you with lot of powder and fragrance and all that in such a way that, immediately the father will accept.
Very good.
If the baby by chance goes number one, immediately the father will say, oh, this he'll say. The God is also like that. He is also a perfectionist. He can't take a dirty person. So we need that guru's protection to be able to withstand the, to face God, the perfectionist.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Very nice. So did the Shani...
Number two. Shani Bhagwan turned and looked at Ravana and immediately things got worse.
Yeah.
And, that is the time Hanuman came.
Correct.
Then the turn of events, no?
Yes.
Completely turn of events. And one more thing.
Yes.
The most impossible things, he makes it happen.
Right.
Asadhya sadhaka swamin, asadhyam tava kim vada, Sri Rama udhuta kripaya sindho, matkaryam sadhya prabhu. As Jayashri said,
yes.
Asadhya sadhaka swamin, impossible. Please help me, oh God. For you, Rama's Duta you are. For you, what is impossible? Nothing is impossible. Ramuduta Kripya Sindho Matkaryam Sadhya Prabhu. Please make my job possible. That's what it is.
Beautiful, beautiful. Lovely sharing. Thank you, Nirmala and Jayashri and everyone. Yes. So, so next week.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yes, please.
No, I just have a question. Earlier you said Ravana got all he went and got all the planets when his son was going to be born to align them, right? So that way the son has the best chance.
Yeah, yeah.
But Indrajit was already a grown person when he had
Long ago, when Indrajit was going to be born, only he did all this. He had.
So how long? Oh, the planet stayed with him for that long?
Yeah. I mean, you have to understand it, it's not that they were not doing their jobs for the rest of the humanity. Yeah, what do you want to ask?
No, I was just wondering, okay, nobody came
He made
and...
them, when in Indrajit's horoscope, they have to be in a certain position. That was his demand. And so
I
he
see.
saved them.
Got it.
But I'm sure there will be some loophole, like all which happens with all the Rakshasas. Something or other will be there. some footnote which they would have missed. Yeah. And Indrajit was very powerful. Meghanad. He was also, he had the blessing of everyone, all the planets and the devatas. But then, who is the biggest of them all? The grahas or the Lord himself? When Narayana himself comes down, no, none of the grahas can do anything. Sakala graha bala neene tarasi jaksha. You don't have to pray to all these 9 grahas for blessing. You just pray to Bhagavan. He is the Lord. He is the Lord of all the grahas. So when Narayana himself comes down, none of the tricks will work. All right. So next Choupai would do is Sab sukha lahe tumhari sarana, tum rakshaku kahu ko darana. All the
Indrajit,
Ah.
Indrajit can be killed by a man who has not slept for 14 years,
Yes.
who has not eaten for 14 years.
Yes.
Only one person had the qualification, Lakshmana.
That's right.
Otherwise, they could have not killed Indrajit.
Correct. So that was the loophole. Correct, Nirmala. Good, you remember.
That is called, I don't know whether you people know about the Achilles heels.
Achilles heel.
Achilles heel. People
Yes.
know?
I mean, we know the term. You tell what you want to tell, you tell.
In the Trojan War, they were able to vanquish everybody. But this Achilles, they were not able to do anything about it.
Yes.
That's because his mother had dipped him in a magic river.
Right.
So his whole body was protected. But she had caught her hand in his heels and dipped it. So that portion was not protected.
Very
Somehow, somebody comes to know and they hit one arrow in the heels and he's dead. Does anybody remember a similar happening?
Duryodhana. Gandhari.
Yes. You know the story? People know the story? So Gandhari, when next day, the war between Duryodhana and Bhima, so Gandhari says, son, you go and take a bath and come naked. I will give you the protection. I have been a great Shiva devotee. I have closed my eyes. And for this sake, I will open my eyes and give you the full protection. This mischievous Krishna goes to him and says, he is about to enter the tent of Gandhari. He says, are you not ashamed? You're going to stand like this in front of your mother. Oh no, at least cover your private part and go. So he takes a leaf, banana leaf, and covers it and goes. And Gandhari is terribly disappointed. I told you come naked. Why did you cover yourself? So he gets the protection. But then when the fight is going on between Bhima and Duryodhana, Krishna shows the thighs, the upper part of the thighs, which have not been covered.
Right.
Which were covered when Gandhari opened her eyes. So that place is like Achilles heels for Duryodhana.
For Krishna,
that was not protected. So he hits him there and his thigh is completely broken. That's how Bhima wins over Duryodhana. That's the story.
Correct. Very nice. And even today, when we wash our legs, my mother used to tell me, you have to wash your heels also for whatever reason. So maybe it has
because the Shani Bhagwan.
Yeah, there's a story.
Shani Bhagwan is living in the heels of people.
Oh, okay. It's a karma.
So
no?
that is the cause of yes.
The Bhagavan
so
Yes. You have to wash.
He's a Bhagavan. He is a Shani Ishwaran.
Ishwara. So you have to.
He is not a simple planet. Only one planet is called Ishwaran. He is a Shani Ishwaran. He is the karma phala data.
Correct.
What he does is, in the Shani period, all the bad karmas you have done fructifies.
Correct.
That's all it is.
Correct.
He is not evil.
He's not
evil.
He
is a teacher. He is a judge. He is a teacher. He teaches you what you should not do, what you did wrong. You have to correct yourself. You see, after the Shani period, you will notice that he just showers you and goes for the hard work he made you do. At the end of that period, my God, you believe it or not, the best things will happen at the end of 2.5 or 7.5 Shani.
Yes.
He really says, okay, good boy, you withstood it very well. Keep it up. I'm proud of you.
Right.
And he pats your back and says, okay, here, this is the gift for you.
Very nice. Yeah. Good. Thank you.
Wonderful explanation, Nirmala. Yeah. Actually, I was always, through my life, I was wondering, so if Shani, Sade Saat and all that, people fear that. They say all bad things happen, and I've seen it also. So then he should be evil. Hagidre, why is it that we, yak puja martivi?
Ishwara.
Yeah,
very good explanation. Thank you so much.
But at the end of it, they are benefited. Has anybody noticed that?
He's a phalan, right?
By the end of the Sadasati, oh my God, you know how much he blesses you and goes? He awards you and goes.
Yeah, we haven't noticed it.
I'm sorry, I had to punish you, but well, you withstood my tests very well. Good boy. And he pats your back and he says, okay, don't take it to your heart. You've done good. Okay. Here is a
prarabdha I have to go through.
Gift package for you.
Papa, he is not doing anything. He just enables it to get over in my life.
Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful.
And nice, washing the heel because Shani Bhagwan lives there. We have to do Abhisheka to him also.
Isn't there a story? I think it was Nala Damayanti story, right? When King Nala, one of the times he doesn't wash his leg, right, his heel would be left out, and I think that's when his bad time starts. And they say that's when I think there's some kind of relation. I can't remember. I think there's a very old story I'd learned when I was young. So they always say you should wash your legs completely, right? Don't leave the back part of your leg. So that's the place where they say Shani Deva can enter through, and your bad time starts. Is how they say. Maybe it's not bad time. It's like, because like Nirmalaji said, he's a judge. He's your teacher. So he'll come in to show you exactly how to live your life.
By any chance you're talking about Nala Damayanti?
Yeah, that's what I said. Nala Damayanti story. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yes, that's what happened.
Yeah, so I think Nirmalaji, going back to what your mom says, right? Wash your leg in the back.
Yes.
So I think that's what it is. I remember. I think my dad is the one who told me that story when I was young. So I always tell my kids, wash your legs in the back.
Yes.
That's the first thing I say to them. So
nice discussions. Shweta.
Yes.
Closing prayer ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯಾ ನಾನು ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ಗೊತ್ತಾ?
Yeah, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, but I can.
Yes. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಪಕ್ಕಾ ನಿಂತ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ.
Maybe I'll sing with you, Sriprabhuji.
Yeah.
Okay. Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurmam amrutam gamaya. Om shanti shanti shantihi. ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಶಿವ ನಾನು ನಾನೇ. शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं
लोकाः
समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु हरि ओम तत्सत्
कृष्णार्पणमस्तु
अस्तु
nice
Thank you.
thank you all